what shifts aggregate demand? We talked about why aggregate demand is downward sloping, but what factors might cause it to shift? Well, any changes in one of these variables like C, I, G, or net exports, any changes in those variables that are not due to changes in price level would lead to a shift in the aggregate demand curve. So changes in consumer attitude, these are sort of some examples of things that might lead to changes in one of the variables in aggregate demand. Maybe people are just feeling really good about the economy and they go out and spend a bunch of money because they're optimistic about economic growth, or maybe the opposite, changes in investment opportunities or changes in the loanable funds market. Would change I. Government spending, obviously. Government spending, all right. And changes in what's happening around the world. What's happening in other countries is going to affect the foreign exchange market, and that's also going to affect what's happening to the value of our currency, to net exports, and then what's happening to aggregate demand. Okay. So hopefully you understand a little bit more about what I mean when I say aggregate demand, keeping in mind this general identity here will be very useful for you as you organize your thoughts around aggregate demand. Next video, we'll talk about aggregate supply, and then once we understand the model, we can start using it to show us how business cycle fluctuations occur.